Welcome back to another episode of the West Dakota Dad. If this is your first time, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have the time, though, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, rating, review, whatever it is. It really helps me out to reach more and more people. And of course, I'd be very grateful for that. So, with that being said, we are a little over halfway through July, and summer feels like it is half over. Even though I haven't been in school for about 10 years now, I still feel like summer is only June, July, and August. But we still kind of have that X factor of September, which still produces some nice weather usually. And so maybe it's only about a third of the way through the summer. But either way, we finally have reached the point in the summer as my family does not have as many things planned. We do have a vacation coming up here in about a month, but it just feels good because now it feels like we can finally start to relax from all the busy weekends that we had that were back to back. Don't get me wrong, it was a very nice change of pace and we enjoyed those weekends, but it does get to be a little bit exhausting after a while when you're traveling just about every single weekend. You don't feel like you get that nice break between your travels and work and everything. So yeah, we're pretty excited about this last half of summer here. I know 2020 was the summer that we kind of basically cleared all of our plans for. We kind of stayed home most of the summer, and that was a nice change of pace because usually it seemed like every summer before we had every single weekend booked up for the summer. Again, not complaining about being busy or having that time, but I think there's a nice balance that really needs to be fulfilled for the summers and everything. So, but anyways, with all of that going on, today we're going to be talking about being present. And since we had so many weekends that we were busy go, and traveling all over the place, we didn't really have much of that time where we just kind of sat down as a family and did stuff together, just the three of us. And so I was actually getting off of work the other day, and I was driving to pick up my daughter from daycare for the weekend, and I decided I was going to listen to the radio. And I usually don't listen to the radio because it usually plays all day long at work, and I hear the same songs over and over. And so therefore I listen to a lot of podcasts and I listen to a lot of audiobooks. But this time I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this station out and just get some tunes in. So of course, the very first song that came on the radio was Trace Atkins' You're Gonna Miss This. And if you don't know what that song's about, it's basically this little girl, and she gets older throughout the song, and she always talks about what she can't wait for, the next thing. And of course, the advice she always gets is, you're gonna miss this. You're gonna wish time hasn't gone so fast and everything. And of course, so and I think eventually at the end of the song, she realizes that she's going to miss it and everything. And so that's a song. I was like, wow. It really just kind of made me sit back and start thinking about my daughter. It started making me reminisce on the past and everything. And I was just like, man, what a song to start the weekend off to. Well, and of course, a couple of songs later, Kenny Chesney's Don't Blink comes on. Another one of those songs that's talking about just enjoying life and being in the present. They interview a guy that's turning 100 or whatever, and what's the secret to life? And he says, don't blink. And then he goes through all the stages. Every time you blink, you're just that much older. You're just that much older. You have these moments that you realize, man, where did the time go? And so, of course, these songs play, and I pull up to daycare, and I'm just sitting there like in the zone of like, holy cow, where has my life gone? 30 years down, and I can't believe it's here already. It seems so far away when I was younger. And I go inside the daycare there, and I'm greeted by my daughter who yells, Daddy, and comes and runs and gives me a hug and goes, Dad, I love you, and gives me a big old tight squeeze. And I'm just sitting here, just hearts just melted, and I pick her up. And of course, she's wearing these like pigtails and this sundress, and for whatever reason, she looks so much older than I previously remembered her from like the night before. And I just thought, oh my gosh, where's the time gone? It's moments like that you just live for being a parent. Not the fact that they grow up too fast, but the fact that, they clench onto you, and then the random "I love you" and how excited they are to see you. It's just the icing on the cake for being a parent. But yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm like, where did this time go? And of course, I get home and you jump on social media real quick to see what happened throughout the day, and you have memories from years past. It used to be memories were like, okay, yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember doing that. Man, it's been that long already. Holy cow. And then when you have kids, it's like, oh my gosh, 2 years ago, she was just a little infant in her first 4th of July outfit. And now last year, oh my gosh, look at how much she grew from 2 years ago to last year. And then now to this year and everything. She no longer looks like a little baby. She looks like just this young little girl. And you're just awestruck. And you're just like, time, please slow down. So that's what I was just kind of like thinking, like, man, we really just need to just slow down and be present for our kids, for ourselves, and just really enjoy life, because tomorrow's never guaranteed. Heck, tonight's not even guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So just hug your loved ones tight and make sure that you're always being present. What I think is also kind of funny is a lot of the audiobooks I like to listen to, especially ones that are actually they're biographies, so nonfiction, and I really like to listen to them if the author, or is it autobiography or biography, whatever. It's about a person's life, and so I really like it when the person's life is the person that's actually narrating and everything. And so I just had this aha moment where you listen to or read a biography or an autobiography, and it's this person's entire life in a book about this thick or this thick. I don't know how big it is, however much detail they want. But you read this, and that's their entire life on these pages. Some you can read in about an hour, some it might take you a couple days, depending on how much you read in a day and how fast you read and everything. But isn't that just crazy that you can read someone's entire life, at least all the main details that they remember and everything, in just a few days to a week? But it takes a lifetime for that to happen. That's just crazy to me. Or even more so, and if you go to like a graveyard or something and you see the headstones there, it has a person's name, it might have a little quote from them or something, and then they have their birth date and the day that they left the earth. And the only thing that defines everything that happened between is this little dash. That dash has so much meaning to it. It has so many years between it, or just time in general. I don't know how long it took or everything, but regardless, it really just starts to put into perspective how short life can really be. And one thing I like about my daughter, and I've noticed with other children and everything, is they're always living in the present. I mean, they don't want to take a nap because they don't want to stop playing and enjoying life. But of course, obviously they need it and everything, but they're not worried about tomorrow. They're not worried about what happened yesterday. They're always in the present. They want to play. They want to do this. They want to do that and everything. And they don't really look, an hour to them seems so far away and everything until they're playing. They realize that hours go by and they're just sitting there enjoying. So I know this is kind of a deeper episode, but I do have a verse here. It comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 19, starting with verse 14 and going through 15. But Jesus said, "Let the children come to me. Don't stop them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children." And he placed his hand on their heads and blessed them before he left. The kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children. They're being present, They have this innocent heart to them. Jesus loves children. The song, "Jesus loves all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in his sight." I'm pretty sure I said that in another episode before, but we need to be like these children, and the kingdom of heaven can belong to us. Something to think about there. But anyways, that's kind of what I had for you guys today. More or less, and a moment that really made me think of where did the time go. And of course, not that I felt like I had a God moment because God was the DJ for the radio. Because I don't know what the DJ was thinking about putting those two songs next to each other. But regardless, it made me think about slowing down, being present, and here I am transferring all that information and that experience to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of your week and everything. And until next time, I'm the West Dakota Dad. Thanks for listening.